don't you wake up?
Hey,
Good
good morning.
Good morning.
Or afternoon nap.
Afternoon. Oh, yeah. Good afternoon.
Could be good afternoon. Hi.
Good
I'm
morning,
one of your
whenever it is.
Hi, I'm one of your Hi, I'm one of your hosts,
Hi.
Felicia.
Hi.
You can find me at Felicia3 on Twitter and Instagram, or Blue Sky, or Threads.
Hi, I'm one of your hosts, Beth. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at BethMostF or on Instagram at BethDBush.
And I'm Justin. You can find me at outbynight.com on Blue Sky. How long has it been since you checked Threads?
Not that long, I think a couple days ago, but it's been longer since I checked Blue Sky.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, eat shit.
Yeah, I
And we're
haven't
the
checked Blue
Sleepy
Sky in a
Idiots
while
Club.
either.
You can find our website at www.idiots.fm. We're at idiots.fm on Blue Sky if you bother checking that. You can also find the link to our Discord on the website, and you can join and become a fellow idiot. And we're at Sleepy Idiots on Twitter. And hey, if you're feeling nice, go ahead and give us a rating at podchaser.com or Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Hey. Felicia, Beth.
Yes.
What's going on?
Hey. I feel like everything has been just so chaotic and for no particular reason. I think the last time we recorded, I talked about my hot water heater going out. Did I
sewage.
mention the sewage thing last time?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And then I just feel like it's been more people doing random work around the apartments and like not peeking in my windows, but just like unexpectedly there are men in my windows.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's a dude who was fixing something outside my front door, but it was like for my neighbor, but he kept coming into my driveway to fix this like fence thing and kept setting off my Ring camera. So I kept getting alerts like there's someone at your front door, and it was driving me insane.
Yeah, that's really, I hate it when
Yeah.
that shit happens.
Yeah, but yeah, nothing major, just like a little annoying stuff. And then I decided to take on this project of making a bunch of mini clay pumpkins that I
Yeah.
hand sculpted and started painting those. Realized it was going to take a lot more paint than I anticipated because it's shit paint and took a million coats. But I'm getting closer and I'm hoping to sell them when they're done. So they're just starting to get faces.
Where can you find them?
I will likely be selling them via Instagram, and I'll just do Venmo because I don't have any kind of shop or anything like that.
Cool.
There are 17,
Wow.
so hopefully they sell. We'll see what happens, but I'll share once they're done.
Yeah, just the season for pumpkins.
Yeah, that's about it for me.
Beth, you do anything?
Yeah, we had a little crafty night this week, and so I started doing some embroidery stuff again, which was fun. And Felicia was there, and she knows what happened, which is I've had some cat dramatics going down in the house. So during it, Elwood jumped onto the grandfather clock from the little table in the foyer. Yeah. And I had to get a stepladder and get him down. And that felt like enough of a problem, but no, he had more. And he found a way to jump. So like my kitchen cabinets, they're up pretty high. And I never dreamed that they could get to the fucking top of them. But he jumped from like the kitchen sink windowsill area to the very top. And so I had to take the stepladder and I had to climb up it and then climb onto the countertop. And then I could just reach him. And get him down. So yeah, that was a true nightmare. And our current solution is like I just put up this blockade of like, you know, those Rubbermaid, like those big bins, to store things in. So the lids to that, I've put those blocking his way, and so that looks really pretty, and I love it. Yeah, but on the good side of things, I'm enjoying doing my little embroidery stuff. I did a little bit tonight too, so that was fun.
You also decorated for spooky time.
Yes, I did. I decorated. I put out my decorations. I opened my box of decorations, and one of them betrayed me and exploded liquid everywhere. And so I had to
What
clean
the fuck?
everything up.
What liquid?
It's like this candle looking thing that had like a floating scene in it. So like some sort of, I don't know, whatever they put in snow globes probably, but it was like kind of oily. It was disgusting. And so not fun at the beginning and then fun after. And I put fun little lights. I have like a little light up tree thing and I put little orange and purple lights on that and
I
all my
saw
little.
that. I have something very similar for Halloween.
Very fun. I love twinkly lights.
Yeah.
Can you post picture to the Discord?
Yeah, I can do pictures.
I feel like this is going to be a picture heavy episode because we have a question that involves maybe pictures.
Pictures.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I forgot already what the questions were. I'm going to be surprised by it.
Great.
I played Baldur's Gate 3, and Miriam put together this new shelf thing that our cat's definitely going to jump on top of and bat at our TV.
Oh, no.
So I got to find some solution for that. But we like replaced the DVD rack that we've had for, I think, the entire time we've had this house. So it's like 17 years old. We finally just threw all that shit away and got a new shelf thing to put there. And that's the end of the excitement for my whole week.
Oh, thrilling.
Wow. Most of my excitement was in VR.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Hey.
What did we watch last week?
I have one thing that I watched without you guys, but I think you guys would really enjoy it.
Okay.
So I found it via TikTok, and I just kept seeing clips from it, and I thought it was so funny. It's a show called Would I Lie to You? It's a British, like it's a BBC program. It's like a game show kind of. And there's a host and then two teams. The team captains are Lee Mack and David Mitchell, both very funny.
Yeah.
And they have different guests on every week or every episode, I guess. And a lot of the guests are like British comedians and actors. So a lot of the same people from Taskmaster. Greg Davies has been on it a lot, which is why I started watching because he's really great. But the premise is that everybody has to pull a card at some point in the game and they have no idea what the card's going to say. It's either going to be a lie or something true about them. And either way, it's absurd. So they have to read it and talk about it as if it's the truth, and everybody can ask them questions. They can ask them to like demonstrate if it's about like a skill they have. So it's really funny because even the truths are absurd, so it's always something funny. But it's extra funny when they're trying very hard to convince you that they're telling the truth when it's obviously like a very absurd lie. But then they have a segment where I think it's called like "This is my ... and they bring out a person and everybody on a team has to say how they know this person, and only one person is telling the truth, and the other team has to guess who's telling the truth. And my favorite part is that they can ask whatever question they want. So it's like two truths and a lie, except the other team gets to grill you about it. And just everybody is so good at like making up the dumbest shit. It's so funny. Every episode is a win for me. It's like good from the beginning. But the team captain, specifically David Mitchell, is like so fucking funny and like my new obsession. So if you can get your hands on that, I highly recommend it, especially you, Beth, because I know you love Taskmaster.
Yeah, for sure. I think I've seen a clip of it, but I've never seen an episode, so I would like to. That sounds good.
It sounds like a good turn your brain off show.
It is, but I found myself like just wanting to watch it because, you know, seeing people's facial expressions helps the experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so good. I highly recommend it if you can get your hands on it.
Cool. I watched Gravity 3D in VR without you guys.
You did.
Yeah.
See, I thought we had watched another movie, and then I thought what Jesse said was, let's watch something else. But what he said was, I'm going to watch Gravity, and you guys can fuck off if you don't want to.
I feel like I thought you said, I want to watch something else. Can't be Gravity because of Beth. What's up? That's me. And
that's totally not what I said.
Okay.
So I was like, do you guys want to watch Blade Runner? I was planning it fully on watching Blade Runner by myself too. So in my head, I had like 2 movies I was going to watch back to back.
Okay.
And you guys decided to watch Blade Runner with me, which I'm glad because we all liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
It was sick in 3D. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch another movie, but I don't know if I posed it as like an option for you to like
That's what
pick
we
what I was
thought.
gonna watch. But I was like, Beth probably isn't gonna watch this because it's in space.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, yeah, that wasn't my intent. I was fully intended on just watching Gravity 3D by myself because I knew you wouldn't want to watch it, and I figured Felicia wouldn't want to watch it either.
No.
No.
Instead, I decided to watch the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And part of that was because one of the guests on Would I Lie to You, I forget if it's Pintel or Rigetti, but somebody from the Pirates movies, I was like, I should watch that again.
Rigetti, like spaghetti.
Yeah.
Do you think
Spaghetti
that
and
person
meatballs.
got teased in school? I bet they did.
That's not his real name. That's the character from Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't remember those people at all.
Don't sound like I should know
You know,
that.
it's like the two pirates and the one that says "Hello, puppet," and the other one
Oh,
has
yeah.
the wood eye. Those
Yes.
two.
Okay.
It's the one with the wood eye.
I'm only seeing one time.
You're missing out, man. I have an upsetting amount of that movie memorized.
I wonder if it's in 3D because I think it would have been around the time where. Well, no, that was like early aughts, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
It's probably not in 3D if it was before like 2007. We watched Edge of Tomorrow 3D in VR. That's what started off the 3D Palooza.
Yes.
Yeah, you I mean, you haven't had a good chance to host VR in a long time because like it wasn't compatible with Windows 11. So we just started getting the ability to do just kind of our own hangouts and watch whatever we want, which is really nice.
And I found a big old list of 3D movies.
Hell yeah.
There's like a list of real 3D and like shot for 3D and then fake 3D, which is post-processed. And I just decided to go on a 3D binge. But you guys had not seen Edge of Tomorrow.
No, I really liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Live, die, repeat. I mean, or all you need is kill or whatever.
Like,
whatever.
That's such a on the nose name. Edge of Tomorrow is a lot better.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I feel like Live, Die, Repeat's a little spoiler for the beginning.
Yeah, like I had no idea what it was about, but if Live, Die, Repeat was the title, I'd be like, I bet. I bet I know what happens.
After that in 3D, that's when I started looking for more 3D stuff, and I wanted to watch a horror in 3D. And both Steve and Brett said Fright Night 3D was good, and I've never heard of it before in my life. So me, Beth, and Felicia watched Fright Night 3D.
Yes.
With McLovin, and we found out what McLovin's real name is, and I'll never remember it.
No, not
Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Beth did it. He's just gonna be. He's cursed. Yeah. Would you rather be a vampire or just be known as McLovin no matter what?
Vampire.
Yeah, I feel like vampire is the easier curse to live with. That movie had really fun 3D stuff in it, though, especially when like the vampires exploded.
Yeah,
and it got all sparky. It reminds me of, you guys haven't seen this, but me and Miriam went to see Fabled 3D in the theater. That I think is that Disney? No,
I don't know what that is.
Or Entangled, not Fabled. Fabled's a fucking video game. Tangled, not even Entangled. It's just Tangled.
Tangled the cartoon.
Yeah, that one I know.
Yeah. Tangled the cartoon. Yeah, I got there eventually.
Why wouldn't we have seen that?
I don't know.
I love Disney. I love cartoon movies.
But I will tell you that the 3D Entangled is very fucking good too.
Interesting.
So maybe we'll do that one day.
I mean, I've seen it once. I have a weird thing about watching new Disney movies. It feels weird to me because I'm not like the demographic anymore.
Yeah.
But I have seen that once. It's one of the ones I watched more recently though.
The 3D's cool. Just the lantern scene. We could just skip to the lanterns.
It is very cool when there's like in I don't remember if it was Edge of Tomorrow or Fright Night, but there kept being like embers floating in the air. It might have been Blade Runner actually.
No, that was
Blade
Fright
Runner had
Night.
a lot too, though.
Fright Night had most of the ember work, I think, because they were like
they probably
burning
both had,
vampires.
There was also a lot of like shit floating in the air, like snow in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
So that was that's cool because it really feels immersive.
I think Blade Runner is my favorite 3D so far, and it's just pretty in general. That movie's beautiful.
Yeah.
So that was just really fun to look at. I'd never seen it in
Mhm.
3D before, but
Yeah.
the 3D in Gravity was fucking sick.
That probably would have made me barf.
Probably, yeah, because they were jerking all around the place.
Oh, no. I couldn't have even watched it.
Yeah, and there was definitely some first person in there.
Ugh.
You would have had a bad time with it.
Yeah.
Same.
And me and Miriam we're caught up on What We Did in the Shadows. We watched like 3 of
What we
those.
did in the shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows. Listen, I'm
when
tired.
after you watch it, it becomes past tense. I need to get caught up on that and watch Ghost Files as well, which is
Yeah.
it's all stuff I'm excited about, but Would I Lie to You kind of took over all my spare watching time.
Yeah. It sounds like a fun thing to watch when you're feeling down.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
But what we do, yeah, you gotta catch up on What We Do in the Shadows because the episode 7 was so fucking funny. I think it was my favorite of the series so far.
Nice.
You know, the time for asking questions is right now.
Hey, we got 2 questions this week. Both of them are from us.
Yay.
We did it.
Yeah.
Felicia, you asked, what is your phone lock screen / background?
Yeah, I asked that because I realized that mine is like really random and really specific and hasn't been changed in a long time, and I don't intend to. Both the lock screen and the background. The background is the easiest to explain. It is from the All American Reject music video Gives You Hell. It is Tyson Ritter, the lead singer, riding a like lawnmower, one of those like lawnmowers you can sit on, has a steering wheel.
Yeah.
And then Nick, the guitarist, is playing guitar on top of it. And I picked this image because I really like the colors and I like made it all almost painting looking. And
Yeah.
it's just been my lock screen image for as long as I've had a phone, like since junior high, I want to say.
Whoa.
Or background.
That's a long
that is.
time.
I know. I just never have changed it because it's so familiar at this point. And then my lock screen image is also very random. It is an image from the trailer for the video game The Evil Within 2. It's like I loved The Evil Within. I was so hyped and like surprised when they announced the second game at E3. And it was like I just remember being so fucking excited, and like the trailer was great and I loved the vibe and the imagery. So I put that as my lock screen, like in anticipation of the game coming out.
Yeah.
And then this is really random, but as the game was supposed to be arriving, because I had pre-ordered it, like the day after it was supposed to be arriving was when we had the massive fires for the first time.
Yeah.
And like had to evacuate, and like a lot of the time I was thinking The Evil Within 2 is sitting on my fucking front porch.
Oh man.
So I don't know, I've just never deleted it because it like reminds me of how excited I was, but also like how important, like what a landmark that was in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was sitting on your porch like while your power was out and shit.
It was sitting on my porch while I was like fucking evacuated because there was fire.
I completely forgot you evacuated. I thought I thought your power was your power out where you evacuated to?
Well, so the first time that there were massive fires, what happened was my power went out at like 3 a.m. Neighbor pounded on my door being like, there's a fire, by the way. We all evacuated. I went to my parents' house at the time because they were still here. And as I got there, their power went out. So we evacuated to like a hotel in another city.
Oh.
So
was that before we met?
I don't think it was before we met, but I think it was like we didn't know each other that well. It was just like beginning Discord times.
I think I kind of remember it.
Yeah.
I don't remember the full on evacuation. I thought there must have been some other time maybe where you didn't have power for like 3 days.
Yeah. There were for like 2 years after the next 2 years, I want to say, because there were a couple of other fires that I think I had to evacuate 2 more times in following years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Cool stuff. Love
what
it.
a nightmare. I hope that never happens here.
Yeah, I hope not either. I don't love it.
We currently have wildfires happening and we've really not had them before, and it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I mean, same here. It didn't happen until that year, and now it's like every year we have a fire season.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow, the planet seems okay.
All of this from a lock screen background. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Yeah, Beth, go.
So, like, mine is this. It's kind of like a little galaxy scape with a little UFO in the middle. And that's like my home screen or whatever background. And then the iPhone has this option to customize your lock screen. And so, like, it's just a different color variation on my background. And so it's like the same thing, but it's like mostly fully purple.
Yeah.
Which looks real cool. And it's by this digital artist, and I went look her up, Ali Jardine. I'll like link what I like her stuff, but it's real cool. She does like it's really like a little reel she made where it's in motion, but I just took a screenshot of it because I thought it was very pretty, and I've had it for a pretty long time. Not middle school, but a while.
That's
Hell
cool.
yeah. Very vibey.
Yeah.
My lock screen and black background are both just black, flat black. That's
What the fuck?
that's my stuff.
You're a psychopath.
No, I'm very minimal. I'm very minimal with my stuff. So the reason why is that I have a feeling that those pixels don't get lit when you do that, so it uses less battery.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
probably correct, but I will take less battery from my own sense of whimsy.
Yes.
I don't need it. I don't even really use my phone that much.
I just
That's true.
That is true. I'm putting my my lock screen and background images in our group chat.
Oh boy.
Hell
And
yeah.
that'll be, I'll, I guess, try to remember to do that in the Discord too once this episode comes out. And all of us, well, maybe not Jesse. I think
no, Jesse too. He has to.
I'll just, my desktop background is Batman.
Okay.
Okay.
So if
At
I were to
least you have
do,
some personality.
if I were to do like lock screen and background, I would do Batman shit. All my shit's always Batman stuff.
Oh, that's
All right.
interesting.
I like Batman.
Write
I
that
like
down.
Batman.
Yeah,
I'm writing that down.
write it down. I am Batman, by the way.
Whoa,
Okay. What a reveal.
I could be. You don't know.
That's true.
Is that okay?
That's fine. I kind of have a bat cave a little bit.
You do.
It's full of tech.
Me.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a
Hey.
question.
Yes.
Yeah.
We came up with this because there was a holodeck basically in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, what if you had the Star Trek holodeck? And what's the first thing you would do?
So we established that the holodeck is like VR but without a helmet, and you can actually like touch and interact with stuff. It's not just like
Yeah.
you're just seeing stuff.
Yeah.
You can touch stuff. And I think, so Star Trek has replicators. So you can like tell the ship what you want to eat or drink, and it'll make anything you want. And I think those are also in the holodeck.
Yeah, there's food and drink in there.
Yeah, mine would be like that. Just like my little room of pleasures. And it's gonna be just like a really nice, like, I don't know, deck
Anson
over
Mount.
like it's like a shady deck with deck chairs overlooking a pool, and I'm getting all the like food and drink I could want, and then occasionally like a cabana boy who is also like Anson Mount
What
comes and
What do you mean a
dirty stuff
pool?
happens.
It's a holodeck. You could have that on like a Dover cliff
But
in
I want to
Ireland.
be able to swim.
This
You
is
can,
her holodeck, please.
This
I
is
know.
my holodeck.
You can have your holodeck. I'm
There's
just
a
like,
pool, but like amazing scenery there. Are you happy?
okay. So it's like an infinipool.
Yeah, it's just like I can swim, I can eat, I can fuck. And it's just like everything you could want in that moment, and that's all it would be. And I have this like deep fear that, well, like when VR came out and I didn't know that I would get viciously motion sick anytime I played a game in VR.
Yeah.
they were talking about like Skyrim in VR, and I was like, dude, if that happened, which I think might exist, but I can't because I'll barf. But if that exists and I could play Skyrim in VR, I'd never come out. And I think that a holodeck would be 20 times more like that would just be my life. I'd never come out of the holodeck, and then I'd go insane and you'd have to rescue me.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
So fun.
I'll come into the Skyrim landscape and rescue you. The old rescue.
So I thought of like a couple different ones, but one of them is really similar to Felicia's. I want just a nice vacation spot with a lazy river, and I can go in it anytime I want. And I don't put any people into this program because I don't want anyone else in it, like in real life.
Yeah.
And so like that one. But then I also thought a really good one would be like concerts I want to go to.
Oh.
And just have those on deck, and I could just go whenever I want.
Oh man, that's a good one.
And be like in the front row.
Yeah, I can be
Nobody's
be.
touching you.
Damn, I might have to modify mine.
That's pretty good. Well, the beauty is that I assume you get to have more than one experience in the holodeck.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just one thing all the time.
Honestly, I don't know why anyone
programs.
would ever leave that thing.
Yeah, exactly. No. That's the problem.
Damn, the concert one's good. I would go to Pink Floyd's Pulse concert from 1995 because that's my favorite concert video. Or Stop Making Sense for Talking Heads in 1984. That would be sick. Yeah, your concert answer is good.
Yeah.
I think the first thing I would do is just have like a sports stadium and play sports.
Ugh.
And make all the audience cheer for my mediocre ass.
But okay, you would want an audience with your phobias. You want to be in there and be Yeah, but
it's a video game.
Okay,
I can handle it if they're all fake. I don't think so.
Interesting.
Not if now if there's a possibility someone else is in that holodeck, then I can't have a crowd.
Yeah.
Right.
No, we're assuming this is just you, and everyone you pull in is completely fake and made up.
Yeah. Because I've I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before, but if I won like $1 billion in the lottery, the first thing I do is build a basketball court on my house that I can just walk into. Because that's like my favorite thing to do to kill time is to just shoot.
The first thing you'd do.
Yeah. I think that's the first thing I would do.
Not give a little bit to your podcast host friends, Beth and Felicia, and then
I'm the type of person that would definitely hook up my friends. Yes, that would happen.
I appreciate that.
It would happen. You're not getting like a shit ton, but you're getting something.
That's fine.
That's the first thing he'd do for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's like the only two things I miss about the outside world is IMAX movies and being able to play basketball.
Yeah.
That's it. Wow, those are pretty good.
Wow.
Nice.
The guy was like tearing him to pieces with his mouth. So I told him, get off, it's like, and the guy just kept eating the other guy away, like ripping his skin.
Larry Vega describes it as a scene out of a horror movie as a naked man chewed off the face of another naked man.
Wow, there's news. Yeah, me too. I haven't heard that in a little bit. We really haven't had news. Plus, it's there's 2 strikes going on, and there's just not going to be news.
Yeah, I got into the habit of not even bothering to look anymore because there's, like you said, there's going to be nothing until the strikes are over.
Pretty much. I know my news item is just, I like heard it on a podcast, but they're pushing Dune 2 to March 2024, which sucks because I like Dune a lot and I wanted to watch that boy in VR.
Eventually.
But the news is that related to that, Barbie's going to get released in IMAX.
Oh, right.
That feels like a weird one to go to IMAX.
It is, but the way that IMAX works is that there's like one company who controls what's in those theaters, namely IMAX. And normally it's like booked. So those releases are set based on when they can get those theaters. And like Oppenheimer had it, and Dune 2 was scheduled to be behind Oppenheimer, but Dune 2 pulled out. So I guess Mattel was like, yeah, put Barbie in there. Why not?
I totally see Oppenheimer or Dune in IMAX, but Barbie is just not a movie that needs to be seen in IMAX.
Yeah. Probably not, but I think Barbie's like one of those that people are going to see again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's probably people on the edge of going again, and then that's going to push them over. They're going to be
Right.
like, yeah, why not? I'll go see it in IMAX.
I can see that.
You guys have any news?
No.
I'm very excited. Are you excited?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The Equalizer 3 is coming out on September 1st. We still need to watch The Equalizer. We were supposed to do a watch along of that at some point.
Were we? I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I was gonna make you because I think you would like it. It's very Beth is not gonna like it. This might be one where
Oh.
we do by ourselves
Uh-oh. Why?
because
What's it about?
it's pointless violence.
Oh.
I don't know though. Maybe you would like it. It's about Denzel Washington is playing like an older gentleman with kind of a mystery past, and he's like out of the game. He did something for the government, but he's out of the game and just kind of living. And like this Russian mafia comes into his orbit in a certain way.
It's very John Wick.
It is, yeah. It's very John Wick with Denzel Washington, but it's different. Like, I think the violence is even more cartoony.
Yeah, I'm cool with like some stuff. I think it's just more when like someone like I need to nail it down. I don't really know what my stipulations are.
That's just making yourself suffer.
I'm just going to stop
I need to watch a lot
assuming.
of violence.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop assuming, and then we'll hit something that you really don't like.
Yeah.
And you'll
I'll
tell
let
us.
you know.
Well, there's also for not just for us, but for anybody listening who doesn't necessarily like know their triggers, but knows that they do have triggers. There's always doesthedogdie.com, and it's no longer just about like if the dog dies, but it's got like every potential trigger in a movie or TV show or whatever it is.
Huh.
So there might be some light spoilers, but if you don't mind that and you'd rather just know what might potentially be something you are uncomfortable with, then doesthedogdie.com is a good resource.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
cool.
it's existed for a long time, but it was just to go see if the dog dies in a horror movie or something.
Yeah.
But they kind of expanded it to include like every possible trigger warning.
I wish there was like a comics code for horror movies where you just don't kill animals.
Yes, I agree.
Because it's like the one thing that fucks a horror movie up for me.
It's a really, really cheap trick for getting the audience to have an emotional reaction, and it kind of just signals to me that you don't know how else to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
I have an update from last week when I couldn't remember the other podcast that I was excited about, which I'll put it in the Discord. But so it's We're Here to Help with Gareth Reynolds from The Dollop and Jake Johnson from New Girl. And I listened to it and it's good.
I've heard of both of those things, but The Dollop is like a podcast.
It's so it's Gareth Reynolds and Dave Anthony, and it's like a kind of like a history podcast. Like each week they talk about a different historical figure. It's usually like, I don't know, like a weird guy, like a weird person in history, and they're very funny and it's real good. I haven't kept up with it. It's a massive catalog. It's been going on for a long time.
I was subscribed to it at some point, and then I think I switched apps and it just like faded into obscurity for me.
Yeah, they're still going. But
I'm gonna I just resubscribed right now. What's the new one called?
The new one is We're Here to Help. And so they have like audience members call in with problems and they talk it out with the person on the podcast.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like beautiful Anonymous and that green gecko guy on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
But it's been fun so far.
Is he a gecko or just a lizard?
I think he's a gecko.
Interesting.
And I don't watch that often. Like I never watched them all the way through, but it's always funny to see who he talks into getting in that gecko suit and like painting their face and shit. Because sometimes it's people you wouldn't expect. I'm gonna check this out though, because I like shows like that. That beautiful Anonymous one with Chris Gethard I've been listening to a whole lot.
The very first call they had was like a D&D question, which was very funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will like it.
Yes.
Hey Jesse.
Yeah.
What are we watching this week?
We're watching a little action comedy fantasy movie from 1992 called Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Yay.
Yay.
starring Christy Swanson, Donald Sutherland, Paul Rubens, Luke Perry, Hilary Swank, and David Arquette when they were all babies,
Oh,
except
Yeah.
for Paul Rubens.
this doesn't. Oh, okay. I assumed
Yeah, it doesn't have Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Right. Okay. I
Oh,
assumed it
no,
would.
no.
Okay.
This
Uh-uh.
predates the series,
Whoa.
right?
Yeah. Also, this movie was like, I want to say it got critically panned,
Mm-hmm.
but I liked it when I saw it. And I think a lot of people liked it, which is why that show got made.
Interesting.
But yeah, no Sarah Michelle Gellar, and it's not the same vibe as the show either.
Oh, okay.
That's fun that neither of you have seen it. This is going to be fun, I think.
Fine.
Yeah. Again, another one I only know the cover art of.
Hey, that's a quickie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the show.
We did it.
That's the show, everybody.
We did it. We did a whole ass show.
They'll probably
Nice.
be longer when we actually have news, but until that point,
Yeah.
they're gonna be little guys.
Leo.
Why don't you give us more Discord questions?
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Bye, everybody.
Night. Go back to bed.
Go back to bed. Good night.